Did you know that there's one exercise that can transform your strength, protect your back, and make daily life so much easier, yet most people over the age of 60 just completely avoid it? That exercise is the deadlift. Now, before you hit the panic button and picture heavy barbells and back surgery, let me stop you right there. You may have been told that deadlifts are bad for your back, or maybe you've avoided them altogether because you think that they're dangerous. But what if I told you that that's all wrong and that deadlifts could actually be the key to a stronger, healthier you? When done properly, they do just that. In this video, I'm going to bust two of the biggest myths about deadlifts, show you why they're an essential exercise for over 60s, and walk you through how to do them safely, step by step. As a physiotherapist specializing in strength and mobility for seniors, I've seen how deadlifts can transform people's lives, helping regain their independence and their confidence. If you're starting to notice that everyday activities like bending down to pick something up or standing for long periods are becoming a challenge, then this video is for you. The deadlift isn't about lifting the heaviest weight possible. It's about learning how to pick things up safely and effectively, whether it's a laundry basket, a grocery bag, or your grandkids for a hug. Or even to throw those grandkids over the fence if they're giving you the shit. Deadlifts are one of the most effective functional exercises out there. They've been unfairly labeled as bad for your back. Let me clear this up. Deadlifts, when done correctly, actually strengthen your lower back, your core, and your posterior chain, the strong group of muscles of your back, glutes, and hamstrings, building a resilient and injury-free foundation. Think of your back like a suspension bridge. Every deadlift rep strengthens those support cables, making the whole structure sturdier. Done right is like giving your body a shiny new upgrade. Now, it's not the deadlift itself that's harmful. It usually boils down to poor form or lifting too much. And by too much, I mean either a heavy weight in a single lift or too much volume over a single session or even multiple sessions over weeks. Another popular misconception is that deadlifts are only for young, strong lifters or gym goers. This couldn't be further from the truth. Deadlifts are a functional movement that mimic everyday actions like picking up groceries or bending down to pick something up from the floor. For older adults, performing deadlifts with proper modifications when needed can significantly improve strength, balance, and independence. And with the right technique and progression, anyone, regardless of age, can safely incorporate deadlifts into their fitness routine. And if anyone says you should not do them, ask them if they're going to come over any time of the day or night when you need to pick something up off the floor. That'll make them think. All right, now we're going to move on to how to do it. If you've ever picked something up off the floor, congratulations, you've done a deadlift. But to train it safely and effectively, there are a few key things we need to keep in mind. To start, stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Keep your toes pointing straight ahead. Use a lightweight like a kettlebell, a dumbbell, or a shopping bag filled with books. Next, you're going to want to hinge at the hips. Push your hips back like you're trying to close a car door with your backside. To start off with, even have a chair or a wall behind you that you can aim to touch. Your spine should stay nice and straight, not rounded. Imagine you're like one of those desk bird thingies that swing forward to drink from the cup of water and then come back to their position again. And then lift with control. Grip the object and use your glutes and hammies to lift. Think of pushing the ground away from you with your legs. Drive your hips forward to return to standing, keeping the weight close to your body the entire time. When done correctly, the deadlift is all about control. You're not yanking the weight off the floor, you're lifting it smoothly and efficiently. If you're still unconvinced about this exercise, think about this. Imagine you have a terribly weak back. There's a pang of fear and anxiety every time you bend down to put your shoes on or to pick up a sock. You're worried about getting in and out of cars, up and down stairs, on and off the toilet. Those are the things that the deadlift aims to improve. And to improve something, you have to work it. While the movement is simple in theory, it takes practice to execute well, and there are a few common mistakes that can lead to trouble. Firstly is rounding the back. This puts unnecessary strain on your spine and increases your risk of injury. Keep your chest up and your back straight. Do it in front of a mirror, film yourself, or have somebody watch you and give you feedback until you can get this right. Second is squatting instead of hinging. Remember, this isn't a squat. The power comes from your hips straightening, called hip extension. It doesn't come from your knees. And the third mistake is holding the weight too far from the body. Keeping the weight close to your shins minimizes stress on your back. Without getting too deep into the biomechanics, the further the load is from your body, the more force comes through your back at an angle, increasing the risk of injury. Keep the weight nice and light until you have a good handle on the movement. In time, you'll be lifting heavier loads with ease. Imagine bending down to pick something up without pain, feeling stronger in every step and knowing you're building resilience against injuries as you age. Deadlifts aren't just an exercise, they are an essential life skill. It's why we call it a functional movement. It helps you stay strong, mobile, and independent as you get older. It's not a movement to fear, it's something to embrace. While it's a great exercise for the lower body, you're really going to want to couple it with some upper body work too. Check out this video here where I'll take you through my go-to upper body exercises for people over 60.